Yeah, it's what, 6:04 in the a.m. Oh, she's a miserable bitch. See, you know why I can say things like that? Because this is what you would say. I own you. I'm in your brain. I know everything. When I say I know everything, bitch, I'm not like Alpha and Omega, who eyes look to and fro. I don't care what you think and who you are and what a kind of practitioner. You do know there is a heaven and there is a hell. And bitch, didn't you call out Jesus about 3 or 4 weeks ago? But that's kind of funny how you set up and wish death on a young lady that was in a Hurricane Irma. And that's all I'm going to say. Because what happened between me and her was very spiritual. Show me. Because just because people are practitioners, it does not mean they don't believe in God or whatever. Y'all might say they got it twisted. For those of you that listen and like to use your... See, this is what I would love for you all to do. Can you cam the fuck up and address me? I ain't talking about the people that's already out that cams up. I'm talking about you people with y'all your troll accounts, and the only way you can respond to me is in a troll account. But I'm about to tell you some real shit on my grandkids, on 3 grandkids. Not to scare you or fuck with you. But did you know there's a lot of shit I called out, and I'm not going to disrespect this person who's visiting Detroit, who's from... Fuck it, I ain't even going there. I just wanted to meet him and take him to lunch. If he's still here Monday, I'm going to get it. I know his email. I do want to meet him because this is his hometown and he's here. That's all I got to say. And I respect who he is and I respect what he goes by. And if I liked you then, I like you now. If I loved you then, I love you now. Unless you a full of shit motherfucker. And he ain't did nothing to me because we don't know each other like that. But there's nothing wrong over a good meal. You know, it's something about sharing a meal with a person. And if they family or people that really know you, they can come to your home, especially if it ain't nasty, full of roaches and quote unquote silverfish, which are roaches. They will break bread on, at your table and eat from your hands. And if you like me, you can use your fork. But baby, when it comes to my greens, my mustard and turnip, or my collards with my homemade cornbread. Now, no Jiffy cornbread. I'm talking about homemade cornbread. Like my mother taught. That was taught before her. 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 I eat it with my fingers, as they say, my fingers. I ain't trying to act like, she ain't trying to act like she's from down south. Baby, that was my roots. Ain't a black person alive that you ain't from down south. ATL just became a metropolis. I remember back in the 70s when people, you know what, but I'm off the subject. Like somebody told me, homeboy, you was right. Too many people told me, Donnie, you know what? You got very good content, but you need to get to the point. And I'm going to get to the point. And this is really going to make you guys think I'm off my rocker. And I really don't give a fuck if you do or don't. But I know this. If I put it on my 3 grandchildren, I love them. I will stand before them and take a bullet. I will kill you over my grandchildren. Not because when I put my first granddaughter up and a nigga said he wanted to eat her vagina, I still kept her up. But because, Donna, you can't get mad at whatever you put out on yourself. And remember that, people, if you put your wife, your child, your home, your workplace, or you tell people or confide in people who aren't no good, because there are a lot of fucked up individuals on here. And there are a lot of good, trustworthy people. I just put it like this. I will fuck with you knowing you just trying to get info. And play it off just as good. But what will fuck with you, you would get so convicted, you would have to confide. Don, you know what? I'm going to keep it real. I was trying to do this and that. I'm just going to keep it real. And name names. Wait, can you stop? I'll finish naming the name. How did you know that? I just thought you was fake. Or I'm going to put you on the spot. What am I thinking? Dude, it don't work like that. But I can tell you a lot of shit. And like I would say, who was it, J Babies? What's up, girlfriend? Like she said, Grandma said, there was some real shit Grandma said. I saw you when you first pulled up and said, WHOA, whoa. You never fooled me. I kept it real with you. Because I ain't got shit to hide. Whatever I say, I don't care about it being repeated or taped. And then it don't surprise me who people who were supposedly, quote unquote, as y'all call it, enemies, can become cool and find out we got more in common than we think we do. And then you will tell the truth. I lied on this person. I did, but one reason I lied on a person, because I didn't know people's voices, and I thought it was them. And guess what? That person, they know shit. They knew shit. Some shit ain't, but I ain't trying to act like, well, she just tried to act like she mysterious, she's a fed. No, that's just some shit that, listen, if you knew about me, it'd fuck you up. And who you was talking to, and she never fucked over you. And if anything, she went behind your back and looked out for you. Now, I will say this. I went behind Bamila's back in a good way, and I put in a good word for her. I knew she wasn't shit. I saw the videos that she can't take away. Just like the video I put out by myself. Motherfuckers thought they got something. Yeah, they got paid for a week. But the motherfucker that put money up for it, they didn't have the money to put up. That person is going to lose so much money this coming year. And everything that they put there, I put it like this. It's a word curse. That's when I go into my natural witch syndrome with what they have told me. He was the last person that I allowed to speak into my life. But he wasn't lying. He said, you're a natural witch. He says, there's a lot I didn't say. He said, you come from a long line of witches. He said, you can't help who you are. He said, your mother was a witch, but she chose not to practice. I said, what the fuck? I cussed him. I said, what the fuck? He said, what I mean is she had the gift. At least he confirmed it. Because coming from, everybody think, oh, you from Louisiana, you're real. You are a bitch or a witch. You could be from Alaska and be a witch. You could be from Detroit, and if it's in your, you know what? I'm going to tell you, you ever heard pastors say bloodline curses? My son could have easily became a warlock. And I know for a fact, as strong as his gift is, man, if he hadn't known who he was, or just thought, I just know things. And if I had to continue in him, I really did say I was a psychic. When I played with the tarot cards and threw them away. But then I heard a voice say, get all this shit from over your kids. I did. And I see why. Because there was something that was being done to especially to my son spiritually, that I was entertaining spirits that should not be in my home. And that my children had started seeing. And that even my husband, who had never seen as they call a ghost or a spirit, or as they say, hallucination because you're crazy. He started seeing things. And I was instructed to get it from over your children. And when I stopped, the thing stopped. I could wake up in the summer on a day off. In the summertime, people, with central air. When the children were young, when they were going to private school in elementary. They started going to private school when she was in the fourth and when she was in the fifth. No, I'm lying. She always went to private school because her Saudi grandparents saw to it. Even into their belief system, which she does not buy all the way into because she still identifies as a black woman. We even argued, and they even didn't like me at first because they felt like I was a nigger. But guess what? I can speak Saudi like a motherfucker. And they love them some Donna. And they praised me of how I raised her. But they paid for her education, And how did I get on this? But my son didn't start going to private school. Not because of his great-grandmother was loaded. His father, my ex-husband's grandmother, and his grandmother, her husband worked for the big three and owned plenty of property. I just chose to send him to public school. But when I saw he was having problems, I said, you know what, fuck it. And now I'm glad that they have done it where kids are in charter school in Michigan, where everybody is equal. You wear the same blue pants, powder blue shirt, or whatever. You can't come to school and guess or this kind of clothing and think you're better than and these kind of gym shoes. Because that had a lot to do with a lot of shit. And he caught hell because of that. Because of the way I dressed him. That's why it didn't shock me how he felt about himself clothes-wise. But now he knows better because there's bills. He has church bills to pay. He has bills to pay. He has a child. He has bills to pay. But guess what? He still like to wear a nice suit. He loves a good suit. And when he see that, he ain't listening to this. But I also bought my baby some now and later gators. That's a Detroit slang. Do any of y'all use that? The now and later gators? That mean in many colors. It could be yellow, blue, purple, pink, whatever. I just ain't bought him or my husband no pink shit. No disrespect calling them gay. But, yeah. I bought my husband 5 pair of now and later gators for Christmas. And he don't believe in that shit. You can go to Payless, get my husband some nice dress shoes. He'll like it. Because we not like that. And that's what I love about him. My son ain't into that shit. But he do like to dress well. But he do wear, ministerial robes. Which I bought him his first one. I bought him the white one that he wears on First Sunday. The thing is, they went to come to the grandkids. Yes. You can look it up online. For you that people that are into brand names or you like, but it's really the old school clothing. But it's, you know what? I'm beginning to believe that the Rothschild own it. Because you know what? Why would this, I discovered this online and it was a catalog and I ordered it. Called Rothschild. The Rothschild family might possibly own that clothing company. And you know what? I don't care if they do or don't. Well, if you it might be cursed clothing. Well, ain't nobody I've been dressing my daughter in Rothschild every winter coat. I got old winter coats that are still beautiful that I've gave to the Goodwill or gave to people with the little hand muffs. It's called Rothschild. Rothchidls. Rothschild. It looks like the old school way of dressing. If you look at the old movies or old pictures of how people used to dress, the ones that had money, well, it's called Rothschild. And they have wonderful clothes, and they got a lot of mother and daughter clothes, and I'm guilty of it. Some clothes that my granddaughter can't fit yet. I call her Fat Mama, but she's really not fat. If you've seen her picture in her car seat when I lied, said we was going to my husband's funeral, that was a picture I took of her. Oh, and like a monkey said, ain't no baby in that car. No, you was right. She wasn't. She got taken out because my son, I had to obey what he asked me. But she was. She had just been taken inside by my niece into the house. But she had been in the back seat. But we ain't scared of no ghosts. And we ain't scared of none of you motherfucking doxing bitches. Because you fucking around doxing shit. Like I said, you go to 10 different addresses. Just make sure you hit the right address. Because everybody been informed, even tenants that are not related. Do it, bitch. Ain't no reverse psychology here. But but this is the thing. And this I'm going to leave you with on Christmas Day. This bitch done really went crazy. Hey, Bumilla, you ever wondered why you said I had a lot of energy? You and Curie, who may be my send out, or Lady Rocks. Wonder which one is really... See, if you're good at what you do, you'll know which one is fucking with me. Who fucks with me. Which one is one of my people. Which one is one of my people? I don't care what she's trying to start. Remember that lie she said? She even fucked up a count because of what she knew. Because y'all know I do got to give. Jamila know that. But I do hate. And my son even said, well, mother, you know that you are a prophetess. And you know once you give a word, you can't take it back. I said, but I told her about her husband to come. Why do y'all think she said her husband coming in May? I never gave her a month. It's the end of the year. I told her next year. But I do know this. Bamilla, remember when I told you it was one thing I was told in the spirit to withstand from you? The man is not going to fuck with you if he know you're delving into witchcraft. It's no put down the witches. This man is a Holy Ghost filled vessel. And he ain't going to marry no witch. So if you want a husband that bad, you're going to have to, because this man got money. He don't have kids. He's not a child molester. I've told you all this. And you knew it to be true because you saw it. But this is what I don't understand, bitch, when you read your cards. But it's funny, you didn't start speaking about this husband till I prophesied to you and you cried. Because you want a husband that bad. I said, I got it. Because when God gives me a word in my mouth, how you know that's God? It could be Satan. Satan don't tell me no good shit, but Satan has whispered. I'm going to tell you how I know when it's Satan. My right ear, when I get angry, Satan will tell me the truth about some shit to raise hell because he want to see me in prison or he want to see somebody murdered. Satan will give me your address, your phone number, this, all that. He gave me a motherfucker that did some shit to me. He kept showing me these fucking sea creatures that you find in the ocean. I said, what does that mean? He said, look up on Google. God, if you believe in God, he is not the author of confusion. So God ain't going to tell me nothing. He can warn you, tell this person that if they don't leave cigarettes alone, or I'm about to heal their body, or that thing that they've been asking for, let them know I haven't forgot them. Let them know that their son in prison is coming out. How do you know and I don't even know you got a son, and you in Walmart. People have broke down crying on their knees. I've had Arab people, something about Arab people because of my daughter's people. They're very, very passionate people. When you find, I'm talking about the very, as they call it, religious ones that are really walking the faith and not following what you think they follow, when they really, really are consecrated. Like that time me and my husband went into this Coney Island, and then the guy said, oh, no problem. I saw his spirit. He was one of the good ones that didn't think black women were whores and fuck you, black bitch, can I fuck you? I'm talking about, he was a really holy man. He might have been see, they don't call them prophets. They call them holy men. They don't call you, we call them prophets and prophetess. They don't believe in women being a prophetess. They got to be low key with it, because if they are, they feel like they witches. But Marie Laveau is one of my, she's in my lineage. She's a grandmother. Figure it out. Great, 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 whatever. Marie, and it's funny that Boo Boo Kitty peeped it. She said, you favorite, when she saw the real picture, I have the real picture in my possession. The real picture of her when she was little. The real pictures. In slavery. I'm 54. Mother born in 1918. Grandmother born in 1896. Do the math. Like a motherfucker thought. Who called me. And nigga, I know your voice. I know it now. You tried to help me in a judicial way. But guess what? Told me you saw my son. Do you think I'm scared? I called him. He said, so why are you telling me that? My son walks in no fear. He don't fear no man, no woman. He only fear God that can take his soul. I straddle the fence. But guess what? He keeps me prayed up. He keeps me in the know of who is who and what's what. If I tell him something, he said, just like I told him what somebody told me to say, he said, whoa. Who is that? Do you know her? I said, no, but he didn't say. He got real quiet. Because I already know what he's about to say. He's that overprotective in the spirit and this and that. But he had nothing bad to say about her. He wasn't scared to say anything about her. But he said, whoa, who is that? Who told you what? I said, I'm just telling you. They confirmed what you told me an hour ago. The next hour I call. He said, but how did you know to call him? They give their number out. But who is she? And that's all I'm going to say. Because Bamilla is always up and lurking. But guess what? If I told her, the bitch would get super scared, have a heart attack, because she know this person can make her fucking heart stop beating on the spot. That's why I told Mother, after Christmas, if you check just like one time when I did call you, but I just said I backed out of it. And you text me back, you say, hey, Lovey, you know who I'm talking to. And I didn't even fuck with you. And because I had started seeing things that weren't, even though I knew, because I'm one of those people, and it's this man named Mr. Beasley, like he said, and I'm going to keep using that expression. He said, bad, good. When people's like, oh, I'm bad, good. I caught what he was meaning. Bad, good. I be feeling like I'm bad, good. It's easy for me to go this way, that way. The Bible say the gifts come without repentance. I could go in there and preach you good. And I'm going to keep saying Joel Osteen. Sue me, Joel Osteen, because I know what I'm talking about. You are nothing but a mere motherfucking motivator like Les Brown. At least Les Brown wasn't trying to preach and talk about the Holy Ghost and this and that. He just was a motivator. Joel Osteen, for any of you followers, get mad, bitches. He's a motivator. He's not a man of God. He's a man of Satan. You just know this. When you die, you'll end up next to him. See, real witches know. And they believe what they... And you know what? It ain't about being a real witch or not. But at least, you know what I respect about a real witch? They accept their truth and who they are. And some were raised under this. And that's all they knew. So but guess what? The only thing I do know, because when I asked a pastor, and at that time, and that's when I stopped going to church. I didn't start back going to church until my son formed the church. And I didn't even know he was going to be a pastor, because I said, oh, he's psychic like me. When I realized you're not psychic. When I heard God's voice, oh, you're a schizo. I'm going to stop answering for you bitches. Because I already know what you think. But I ain't on no psychotropic drugs like Bamilla is. Yeah, she does see somebody once a week. I saw it in the spirit. And she takes psychotropic drugs. And that's why she eats so much. I'm about to go watch this and eat a pizza. Because psychotropic drugs, sometimes they make you get fat. But like Mother said, we both in our 50s, but that bitch, no, she didn't, you know what? She didn't even call her a bitch. She said she looks older than us. That's why and it was funny, I had studied Mother a year before I even knew of Jamila. And I can't tell you, it's just some recent videos, that woman got a voice like oh my gosh, she can sing so beautiful. So beautiful. And guess what? If she wanted to, like some people do, they can go up in a church and they would be fooled because, not putting her down, but gifts are gifts. Her voice is so beautiful. A cappella. It make you cry. I have. Because she know all the good down, because she's down home Southern. Oh, Bamilla thinking, oh, I know what she's talking about. Oh, they against me. But you know what, Bamilla? I did it for a reason. Do something toward her and go out even quicker. Do something toward her and go quicker. I agree with her on everything. It ain't her. I didn't know you had pissed off so many people. Or the white bitch as you call. It ain't the white bitch as you call. Boo, I didn't know your history. But me and Mother couldn't talk because as most prosperous people in her profession, she was out eating. People were laughing and talking. She told me, call me back in 2 hours. And I forgot, but then I said, oh, it's too late. Because I didn't want to disturb her peace. Holidays coming. I know she can cook her ass off. And from the same region my son's people from. The same regions. And told me something about his bloodline. I thought it just came from my mother's side. She said, no, it came from down here too. And guess what? She had to say it. Oh, she's a fake, she's a phony. And don't you ever go over that. Why was you warning me about people? And if I ever hear you, I'm the person she called white bitch. I'm going to let you know, if I ever know that you're talking back to her, I'm going to leave you alone. Bitch, who are you? At least the one you call white bitch. I was like, why is she tripping? Guess what I found out? She wasn't tripping. She was trying to protect me from something. But I'm protected anyway. She can ask Mother that. I'm already protected. I've been dead in the womb, in utero. I would have been dead. Satan been after me a long time. He can't kill me. Those that have tried to curse me, they found out it came back on them. They can't curse me. This is no disrespect to anybody. The reason why you didn't want this and that, because they knew the truth about you. I knew the truth from videos. But I was like, one day I was in a mood, and I was like, no, they didn't. And this bitch said, I kissed their ass because they burnt a candle. I can't kiss. No, bitch. I felt sorry for you because I was shown your childhood. And man, the shit you went through, some shit you ain't told. Some shit you ain't told. But you lied on your mother. Ask her, did she get, and once again, Bamilla, on Christmas Day, on all 3 grandbabies, Did I send her? Did somebody named Donna send you $500 and asked you, can I call you when the live stream is really up and running? Can you be my... Matter of fact, I want her to be the first guest on my show. Tone Space, I wasn't lying. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna pay you $1 million, but Tone Space, you got a gift out this world. Be careful what you do. But you already been out here. I remember when Tommy told you on the streets of New York, he said, why are you hanging around this and that? The point is, Tone Space, you got a heart like me. You kind of like, I don't judge people. I give people a chance. No, and I'm never, you know what I never heard? I never heard Tone Space disrespect a woman. If he did, that's his business. He's just in his own zone. But he got such a gift. Or is he just trying to pump him up? LA got a gift. He old as fuck. How you this that? A lot of these motherfuckers running around here with gifts and ain't got them. LA got a gift of laughter. What? See, she over there now because she got a wrench. Really? LA can tell you some truth I told him. I'll just put it like this. Mister. LA know what I'm talking about when I say mister. I even told one of his children's mother. Because I was trying to do something and get some guap over to his daughter. And that's all I got to say. Guess what? Now I can get the guap over because now I got the inside way. I can get it over to put it in her hand. Yeah. And I ain't bragging. I ain't rich. One paycheck to the next. I get paid too. Early retirement, they call it. Not from a health ailment that you have tried. Let me tell you something. But I do feel sorry. I thought I had repented. I did repent. But when I found out that this root, I don't want to lie. It was either mother's video or one of her videos, and it was somebody else's video. And then the internet. They said when your spell has taken root, you feel like you've died and about to die. It was not a psychic attack. It was not a spiritual attack. My husband started to call ER. I said, no, don't call it. Because of the inner knowing of me, and I didn't even know it, but I knew it. My spirit knew it. You're not about to die. This is happening for a reason, and in a minute you're going to know when it's over with. I suffered for 2 hours. My husband started crying. He said, Donna, because he knew that my kids would blame him. You mean to tell me you let my mother lay up here like that and she was going through this and that? The bed on my side was wet. The mattress pad was wet. The doggone mattress was wet. I don't have any diseases and no health ailments and no sicknesses. I don't have to take any medicines. I take water pills to keep water off of me. So I won't, because I don't want cankles. All I'm saying, I was near diabetes when I was overweight, when I started getting overweight. And he said, I'm not going to put you on a pill. If you don't lose weight, you're going to be on the pill. He said, then the next you'll probably be on the needle. He said, you don't want that. He said, but I'm going to give you a chance. Lose some weight. He said, just start this and that. And man, he scared the shit out of me. I went to Weight Watchers and the rest was history. But just know this. She's a crazy bitch on Christmas. And I said, I'm going to stop repeating what I know you guys think. Because some of you, I hear the things you think and what you say before you say it. I know when you think you're setting me up. I know when and especially that person that showed me that who was down with a certain such and such team, who tried to get me to show the new, as they call it, the cuckoo, the poo-poo, the pizzow, as I call it. I like to call it the pizzow, because it's like, pow, it's that good. The breastises that are still perky, the buttocks, who they done made thumbnails out of bumzillas. Like I said, I've never seen a woman who claimed to be light-skinned. And like I said, once again, Madam Whip Ass, it was never nothing personal. I just wanted to fuck with you. Because I said, really? I have chopped it up with you, not a lot. But I just said, but I did see you are very, very two-faced. And Beasley is right about you. You are a hypocritical, two-faced ass woman, and you have just like you and Mike Mills have a problem with your skin tone. And what's stupid, you all let it out to be known on YouTube. where motherfuckers can use it against you. And think about it. Why would I get with black, dark-skinned men if I remember back in the day, like my mother taught me. She said, it used to be a thing. They said, you better not bring home, when it was light-skinned, as they call it, light-skinned, bright-skinned people. If you brought home a man or woman that was darker than what they call the paper bag challenge, or not challenge. If they darker than a paper bag, you better not bring them home. We will disown you. That's how black folks was trained to think. And I keep forgetting. I be knowing the man's name after I get off video. But it's early. I'm about to get some sleep. Because Fat Mama, I got her down pat. Because I'm not like mothers who don't have their children's days and nights, settled. Unless they giving them Benadryl. Oh, I shouldn't have said that, because the bitch might start going to buy some no-name brand Benadryl and make them fall asleep. But I will say this about Bumzilla. Her son does have a gift. Now, I really pray that boy's gift does not go into the realm that she's in. Because it's going to be the matter of heaven and hell. Well, I don't care what y'all believe. I know there is a heaven and hell. He may be the one to have to pray her into heaven. Because this man that's coming, if he finds out she is a witch, she ain't gonna lie, because she's a crazy bold bitch. She'll tell him, well, I'm an alchemist, bitch. But what he don't know, the bitch is powerless. If people went to jail, it's because it was coming. Like the guy that's supposed to be in prison, his chick set him up because it's supposed he was beating on her. Bitch, it wasn't because of you. First you loved the Nero, but you claim you sent him to prison. Really, bitch? If I was his mama, but what does his mama know? She know for a fact, bitch, you ain't got that kind of power. Oh, and yes, Miss De Niro Reyes' mother, if you ever get wind of this, I know you is Jackie Wilson's daughter. Because guess what? Your little half supposed to be sister. Yeah, she half sister, that the one that live in Detroit or Michigan. She ugly than a motherfucker. She looked like a drag queen. Is she still living? You know how I met her? When I thought I was psychic. Who thought she was psychic going to see readers. And it was a whole living room full of people. And she was one. I said, why she look familiar? She looked like a long-faced ass man. But you are his daughter. And she is too. You know what I'm talking about. And if you got a good relationship, please forgive me. But I'm just keeping it real. I can't lie. I'm 54. I speak my mind. But my sister took me to this woman's house. She was a reader and she died legally blind. And guess what? She took a good looking man's woman. The woman died because the woman wasn't covered. The woman died and it ended up being her husband because he was going to readers thinking, I don't understand. And she took him because she put roots on him. And I ain't trying to be funny, but she was built up like a catfish. She was legally blind and she told me everything I was thinking. She said, I saw you and I heard you when you was in the living room. She had 12 women waiting for a reading on a Saturday. My sister is still in the readers. And what she don't know, she still don't know. She got to depend on readers. The point is, the lady spent the hour with me because she said, I want you to be my apprentice. I knew what the word. I said, why are you asking me that? Because what she used to do is how you put your hands in water. Just know this. De Niro Reyes' mother, your sister is heavily, now she ain't no witch. I don't know. I don't think that, because if she was a witch, she wouldn't went to a reader. I knew the power I had. My family nicknamed me Witchy Poo from look up the old cartoon, people. It's called Witchy Poo. She got a hat on, a little short lady with a bump on her nose. My mama and them was nicknaming that. But why would my mother do that knowing she had a gift? But it did confirm something. I got it confirmed though, she was not into that. Coming from Louisiana. She didn't practice it. Neither did her mother. But the other ones before her did. Marie Laveau is, I ain't going to tell you how far in the family, but Boo Boo Kitty said, you know what's funny? You favor Marie Laveau. I never told her. And Boo Boo Kitty knew she had a gift and knows she won, but she just tried to, and Boo Boo Kitty, I ain't putting you down, because nobody don't know who you are. Not a channel holder. You just a person that comment, and people have put, let me be quiet. Just know I love you, boo. Merry Christmas, if you hear this. Matter of fact, I'm sending this to your phone. I'm vaping. How about it? It don't leave. It's just like water. Can't nobody even tell. If you was a teenager and you was vaping, but you know what, the vape shop I go to, I be the only female, and it'd be like a lot of young teenage boys and girls. No girls. I never seen no girls going there. It'd be guys, but they don't sell cannabis oil because I don't think it's not, unless you get it from the medicinal weed, or marijuana stores. If you got lupus or whatever, I think they sell it there. But like Sir Beasley said, he said cannabis oil is legal in California. I don't know how true it is. I never looked it up, but I don't want no cannabis oil. I just don't want it in my system. And it ain't because I don't, and I don't work for the state no more. Oh, remember, she's a liar. She don't work no more. Somebody came on my page the other day. You don't even know. I fucks with people I'm gonna leave you. I'm not gonna leave you with it because I ain't finished. I dances with the devil, and he's a good ballroom socialing motherfucker. I know motherfuckers is side dissing and doing shit and texting each other in the room and saying shit and jealous because you spoke to a nigga in the room who it may not even be how he look because you's a fucked up ugly bitch. Because in the spirit, I meditated one day and I saw exactly what you was working with. And like I told a young lady who brought me to tears about her story and what she went through, I said, I hope you, she said, Donna, I like looking and listening. You funny. I don't understand why they say I'm funny. LA said I was. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not that funny. I don't try to be funny. But I said, maybe I'm funny looking, but I ain't funny. One guy, he had a white picture, but he might have been black. He said something like, I don't have to watch Netflix. This is my new entertainment. Some shit. I said, really? The guy they called, said, my wife subscribed to you because she said, you funny than a motherfucker. I don't try to be funny. I guess because I'm old and don't give a fuck. But this is how I've been since I was old enough to talk. And I used to have my family laugh. I used to be like, look, I would get real serious like, why are you laughing? This girl gonna be a comedian. But my daddy said I was gonna be a judge, a doctor, a lawyer. I think if the kids hadn't came when they came, I ain't gotta lie. I only have an associate degree. I could have got one in between and kept going to school. But at that time, and even now, you don't need no degree to be a CPS worker. They retiring. Some of them lying, acting like they haven't. Some of them lying as the ones that give you the food stamps and Medicaid. They acting like they having fake nervous breakdowns just to get off that job because they caseloads were back in the day when I was like 17 and wasn't on aid and never was brought up on aid. Your caseload might have been like 100 people. It has graduated to each person. My girlfriend, and I love her dearly, my best friend, their caseload is up to like 800. Can you imagine you got to service 800 people and you can't lie and say, I didn't hear their phone calls because they got it fixed. So Miss So-and-so said she called you. And when we pulled the tape, she did leave a message. So why didn't you get back with her? We give you 24 hours to get back with these people. Why you didn't get back with her? You can lose your job. Imagine that kind of stress. Like my girlfriend said, which she ain't lying. Motherfuckers will get on that ground and act like, I see Tupac. I'm just using the expression. What? You see Tupac? The devil's after me. They act like they have a nervous breakdown, and they need to be careful because, see, if you get put in an insane asylum or get taken to a hospital, or the doctor can become your guardian and say whether you can get out or not. Now, if you act like, I'm better now, but I can't go back to work, you get paid. Because you said, I can't do this shit. Back in the day when I could sit up and talk on the phone to my girlfriends and say, girl, what's up? Because you only got 100 caseload and don't get back with a motherfucker or never get back with them for a month or two. And that person over there starving and they food stamps been cut off and you ain't gave them they fucking review, every 6-month review. Because they don't play that shit no more. I don't know about where you live, but in the state of Michigan, let me tell y'all something. You state of Michigan people, if you're going through some bullshit about your food stamps and all that, and you know you went within your right and you've been doing everything by the paper, and that bitch ain't get back with you, you know how they do them phone interviews? This is what you do. Call a supervisor. And this is what you do. Call tech on them. This is what you say. Say, I want a review. I want what they call it. I think it's a review. Whatever it's called, Do you know that the taxpayers have to pay for that? That's like $1,000 almost. They will get back what you so fucking... No, if you say I want a review, an appeal review over my case because I feel like I've been treated unfairly, guess what? You would get a call back that motherfucking day unless you got your ringer off. If not that, the next day. Now that's some real talk. I don't give a fuck who get mad. They can't sue me. It's the truth. If it's a food stamp case, whatever, it's gotta be food stamps, Medicaid, whatever. If you're getting it and you in right, you should be receiving it because you qualify for it. But if they don't get back with you, tell them that you want a review, a case review. The taxpayers have to pay almost $1,000 now. Back in the day, it was like 100, 200. They still didn't like it because the supervisor can get fired. And the supervisor ain't going down for nobody. So when you say that, say it. I bet you. And it's better if you go in person and stand in line. Say, I want a case review. Well, fill out this form. And guess what the girl or the man at the front will do? They take in the intake. They'll go back there and get that fucking worker. And she come out, oh, excuse me, what's your name, sir? You know what? Oh, yeah, I just was looking at your case. Oh, don't worry about it. Wait, give me your social. She can't fuck over you. If she do, that's some bullshit. And you can sue that bitch. Guess what? Your stamps will be cut on and extra. And you might get some extra bonus stamps. Because they don't want you to fuck over them. They don't want you to tell on their ass. Now that's coming straight from the horse's mouth. And I worked for CPS because I used to be a case worker at the beginning. You hear me? But I thought I was built for that shit, CPS. Y'all think I'm crazy. Yeah, I'm crazy, but I ain't 5150. You ain't seen dead bodies. You ain't seen little girls ripped up from the vagina to the buttocks. You ain't seen what I seen. You ain't walk up in a house where a bitch laid up with a nigga and the kids walking around with sores on their butt so deep it's to the white meat because they don't change them because she up there with a nigga and they on drugs. You ain't seen what I seen. So until you walked in my shoes, fuck you. But yes, I am related to Marie Laveau. I'm not schizophrenic. I ain't crazy. I am related to Marie Laveau. And that's why I have the gift I have. And I think that's why I struggle. But for this pastor whose name, he's still practicing, but he's in his 80s now. I could put him on blast right now and make motherfuckers leave his church. Matter of fact, I can concentrate on him. But you got to be careful. When there are true people being caught, if you're in that witchcraft society or whatever you do, I'm not a witch. But I was told I was a natural witch. The point is, the reason why I won't put my mouth on him and name his name, he was called. But the way he treated me was not the way a man of God should have treated me when I was reaching out to him and had an appointment with him. And I told him my family history and I wanted prayer because I wasn't understanding things. And I got tired of what I was feeling and what I was seeing. And I was wondering, was this, why did I go to a mere man when I should have went to the source, Alpha and Omega? And I'm going to leave you with that. So, Bamilla, this is not to scare you, but you are fucking with Marie Laveau's descendants. That's why I don't. That was stupid of me to buy cards the first and the second time. That's when you hear me say I use my mind and Boo Boo Kitty called it out, Boo Boo Kitty. Yes, you were correct. I am related to her. It ain't because people to this day still put prayers in her tomb. Because, Louisiana's on top of water. And that's why they have the on top tombs. They put prayers in her. And there's power in that with her. I don't know what it is. Beyonce came from, in her mother. Beyonce's name is her mother's last name. It's Beyince. She just put an O in it because that's a pretty name. Beyonce is the daughter of Oshan. That's all I got to say. And I have much love and respect to Beyonce. You don't know what I know between Tina and whatever. When I was a lot heavier, it was funny when I got down to a size 16. You look a lot like Tina Knowles. You think? But that's all I got to say. I don't look like Tina Knowles. But I think B-Vlog said that one day, and it was kind of funny, and it got kind of creepy. I said, because I got paranoid, like, I was ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of it anymore. Yes, I am related to, this is my Christmas confession. This is my confession. I am related to Mimi Laveau. I'm not ashamed of it. At all. I used to be, and I thought people thought I was crazy. They knew I had a gift, but that's where the gift come from. But like Mother told me too about my son, which I highly suspected because of his dad, things his dad would say, but he really, really wasn't all the way in like I am or like his son is. His son could easily switch over real quick. But that's why motherfuckers on YouTube is kind of quiet and the eyes darting back and forth. And they think because somebody sent them some money to buy them some more Vicodins. And they live on streets that's named after dolphins. Merry Christmas, motherfucker.